Hello everybody, Dwan in here. I have no idea why RuneScape looks like that, but you guys get a little show. This is Dwanin. I am going to be starting a new series called Hardcore Incremental Gains. This is going to be a hardcore challenge with World of Warcraft Classic. What this challenge entails is getting a warrior to level 60 within an SSF economy environment. What that means is that I can't trade, I can't go to the auction house, I can't really interact with players too much. I'm on the fence if I want to do any dungeons around in the first place, but we'll see about that one. And warriors are just not very intuitive to level with. I have about 3 warriors that I have leveled and kind of died. I've never gotten very far, but warriors are just kind of hard. And I got to thinking, what is it about WoW hardcore that makes it so hard for warriors? I've seen a bunch of videos of people giving out tips, giving out tricks, and I pay attention to those too. But what I really started to realize is that a lot of those videos and a lot of those things are not built for people that really want to take their time and really learn about the game. If time is not a limiting factor for you when playing video games, I highly encourage you to at least take some tips out of this video in the series to be able to supplement your gameplay. This challenge itself is going to be somewhat grueling. We have a warrior right here. We are going to be building a support system for him. A lot of the times what people do when they level up for the first time is they level up their professions with their character. The problem with that is that when your character dies, you also lose all of that profession training that you already did. So I got to thinking, what happens when when we make a new character, and what are the levels that he needs to be able to hold all of the professions to himself? By all, I mean 2 at that point. Turns out the level's 35. So what that means is that we need to get 3 other classes to level about 35 and then up. Warriors really benefit from preparation. That means bandages, it means elixirs and potions, it means blacksmith whetstones, and all the other items in between that you can think of. Warriors, in particular, very much so, benefit from preparation. How do you prepare on a single character? Oh, you do what you can with your professions, and then you buy the rest from the auction house, right? Well, we can't do that. We're limited by that. So what we're actually going to be doing is making other characters that are going to be handling part of the economy for us. This hunter is going to get to level 20. Why? Because level 20 is when you get Aspect of the Cheetah. Aspect of the Cheetah is a very big movement buff, even stronger than, say, Ghost Wolf or Shamans. Aspect of the Cheetah can also get you killed, but the way that I'm going to be using it is basically just for herbalism. This guy is going to be a hunter and gatherer, like quite literally. He's only going to be used for herbalism, skinning is solely just for money. He's going to be getting cooking reagents as well, and yeah, that's kind of all he's really going to be doing. The next portions are actually a new class, which is rogues. Specifically, it's going to be a gnome rogue. I know. Disappointed too. This rogue in particular is going to be a miner and possibly skinning as well. Why mining? I think I forgot to mention that the warrior is going to be mining as well, but he's also going to be a engineer. Engineering is very, very important within hardcore because it gives you a lot of tools to survive. Target dummies being one of the very, very biggest ones. They're very, very popular, used all the time. Warrior really needs a get out of jail free card, and that provides that. So until this guy's level 60, engineering is practically locked in. Mining is there because it's helpful to mine your own things while you're going along. Also, I'm going to be destroyed on ore. So back to the rogue. We have a gnome rogue. Why gnome? Gnome is there for escape artists. Escape artist is a very, very, very strong cooldown, especially for someone like a rogue that already has a lot of control. This rogue is going to be a miner and skinner. He is going to be going into the most dangerous area of the game, and that is caves. Caves are where most of the ore is. It's where most of the actual high-level mats are that you need to pay attention to. However, caves are very, very, very dangerous. And I thought to myself, what is the easiest way to get into caves and to get out? The answer is rogue. Rogues have stealth built into their class, and they also, at level 22, get vanish. Vanish is a very, very strong get out of jail free card. Basically what it does is if you are not getting hit by a spell or a dot, you can vanish and reset any fight you so choose. This is very, very, very strong for something like a cave, because let's say a mob is out in front of a node. You can sap it, mine, get away. You could, there's two of them, sap, gouge, mine, get away. This guy is going to be basically just that, just going to get into caves, gonna do his thing, get the stuff, get out. Then, after that, there will also be another rogue. This rogue is going to be about to level 35-ish, because we have Alchemy, and we also have Blacksmithing. Alchemy is there to supplement for the warrior and whatever other class. Alchemy is very, very, very strong in the beginning. Falls off a little bit near mid and then gets very, very strong again during the late. Alchemy itself, mostly at the start, it's, you know, the +4 to strength or the Troll's Blood elixirs. Those are really big, big, big quality of lives. Those are going to be handed over and processed by this rogue. The hunter is going to be acquiring, and then this rogue is going to be processing. And then all of that that's being processed is going to be going to the bank. And then the bank is going to distribute those items based on, you know, need at that point. Say if I'm leveling the hunter, I need very particular set of stuff. Warrior, same thing. The one thing I really haven't done yet is bags, but the priest can kind of handle that fairly quickly. This series itself knows and expects me to die. Let me say that again. I expect to die. I expect to have to start over. That's one of the worst feelings in WoW. In WoW Hardcore, starting over does not feel good. There are people that run multiple characters at once so that they don't run into that, but I was thinking, okay, what's the worst thing that happens when you're starting over? You have to start over from level 1, you have all grays, you have no gear ready. This assumes that you just had one character, you weren't sending anything over for gold or anything like that. That's how it would kind of always be for me, because if I didn't use the auction house, I couldn't buy quest ingredients, I couldn't buy, you know, the war song pages, I couldn't buy all these things. So what that does is, if you are going in a hardcore SSF economy, you need to have things prepped, you need to have them ready, so that when this guy is eventually gone, which he probably will be, and I'll be switching to dwarf after that, you then have a runway. You have your herbalism and some skinning to supplement. You have the cooking to supplement. Cooking buffs are really, really big for this guy. We have another rogue that is going to be doing the mining. Mining heads over to engineering for the warrior, as well as goes to blacksmithing for the other rogue. Blacksmithing gives you all the whetstones, things like that. Some questing gear, some gear, if you hit the breakpoints early enough, will be good for the warrior. You need to be able to pay attention to that and find out when those breakpoints are. And if you really cared, you'd be leveling appropriately, but we will see what happens with that. This series itself is going to take a very, very, very long time. I would assume something about 3 years if I even carry on with it that much. But we will see. Very excited to get started. I think I'm going to start streaming maybe this weekend or next weekend. The plan is to come out with a video or so every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on playtime and all that other stuff. I got a life outside of this. It sucks. But yeah, really happy to get this started. Let me know if you guys have any critiques or questions. There will also be basically a Google sheet inside of the description of this video that outlines all the rules, regulations, all the thought processes behind certain professions and things like that, as well as maybe a warrior weapon guide. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts, and good luck